Hey guys, this is going to be your reading for 12/23. I know it's late in the night already, but any reading I do is not going to just only be for the day only. It's like when you stumble upon it, the message may be for you that day. I'm just administering the reading today, 12/23/2018. But that doesn't mean that you can't use this reading for the future if you so happen to stumble upon it or something clicks to you then. Because, as they say, remember that time is an illusion. Time is not just only this 1 second. It's like, that's why we have the dream time and all these other realms. Things can happen there, or soul contracts, okay? That's a good example. Things happen out there before you're even born, and they're set in stone. But over in the other worlds, in the other realms, there is absolutely no time. The only place we have time is here because we have created an attachment to it. So we think that it can only be 1 second of the time, when in actuality, there's no time. Time is an illusion. That's why dreams are the way they are, right? So they're so strange, and you can have a dream one day and then have a continuous dream that connects to the same dream that you had 10 years ago, and it's just like a little tail end of it. So anyways, enough said. What I send to you now is not only just for now. You might use this reading in another time. Anyways, we're doing 2 more runes today from the original spread I did, remember? Or the original casting, if you followed. And we're just reading from the book because I took a picture. And so this is the rune Redo, and that's what it looks like. Redo, which is the wagon or a ride. So I am already seeing this like the chariot, riding the wagon to ascension. Woo! And it says right here, riding the chariot. So, the solar wagon and the chariot of Thor. This is very interesting, the solar wagon. I don't know how many of you felt the 1111 Stargate and Mercury retrograde combo, but for me that was really intense. It was kind of like the end of the 1111 Stargate and the end of the Mercury retrograde together, and it was for me the most intense was that tail end of the storm. And that's where the golden ring came to me, and the solar disc, and the ascension process through the disc, which was really trippy. And I'd love to hear if any of you had any kind of epiphanies on that level. But the solar wagon, so the disc was like a solar wheel that we each of us had our own, and you had to maintain it and balance it on your own, right? By staying in the center. But in the center was the source energy, which all of us were strung along. So we had the source energy and then discs all aligned and rising and ascending up together. And you should have felt a merge with somebody, a soulmate in this lifetime. Whether you know them or not, you should have felt that merge, and the hope would have been that you ascended together in the 3D and the 5D, but if you didn't in the 3D, you definitely still did in the 5D. And so, that's the solar wagon, right? The ride up to ascension. And yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. So a wheel under the chariot in the view as a half of the solar wheel. Okay, it's like this. Rado is the cosmic law of right and archetypal order. In the multiverse, this is expressed by such natural phenomena as the daily path of the sun and the cycles of nature and humanity. The R rune is the mystery of divine law, manifest in both the multiverse and in humanity. So that's the multiverse is kind of like, that's why I love like reading about the runes, because they really tap into that. The multiverse. What is the multiverse, right? You listen to Michio Kaku, you should check him out, because that's all like science stuff. He's actually studying these laws and proving all this like metaphysical stuff, so check out Michio Kaku, man. Michio Kaku, he's the bomb. So but the multiverse, that's where everything in the other realms is happening, where there is no time. There is no time. Time is an illusion. So this is expressed by such natural phenomena as the daily path of the sun and the cycles of nature and humanity. The R rune is the mystery of divine law, manifest in both the multiverse and in humanity. So that's the 3D and the 5D. Radu came to be a symbol for organized religion, or better said, of Asatru, the ancient form of Germanic religion. In ancient times, the external self-conscious order of religion was much less fixed because of the internal unconscious and the instinctual order of holiness. This internal order found expression in institutions that were a balanced blend of religion, magic, and law. Today, the R rune is a symbol of the way back to right, through the conscious efforts of Asatrurar folk, to recover the essence of the primal order. So that's like what the ascension process was, right? Well, the primal order, or understanding the multiverse. So this rune represents the right order of the initiate's journey through the paths of the 9 worlds of Yggdrasil. Good advice and judgment according to right are ascribed to Rado. Another important aspect of the mystery of the R rune is that of ritual, that is, arrangement of energy and actions according to a cosmic order for a specific purpose. Here the emphasis is on the right ordering of these energies. Rado is the channeling of force according to natural laws along the right road leading to the right result. It describes and analyzes a certain aspect necessary to the working of the laws of cause and effect. The concept of rhythm and dance also are important to the R rune. This rhythm is embodied in all the worlds of the multiverse. Through rhythmic action and ritual dance, the Vitki may perceive and blend with the personal rhythm, and in turn become one with the world rhythm and dance. So that's like the cosmic energy, right? This is the rune of the rhythmic ritual dance, which still should be practiced today. So I don't know, like I tend to get channeled music and just energies and beats and stuff like that. And so this would be the rune for that, you know. So if you are a musician, this is really, you know, your time to be paying attention to the sounds of the universe and creating it out there. Because for me, on my twin flame soul journey, I know that music is important, because it's one way to get your message out into the world. And what are we here for as a twin flame on our journey is to get our message out to the world, to save the earth, and to wake up humanity. So music is very important, music and arts. But this rune is saying music and dance, right? Which dance is important too, because it coincides, it works together with music. You got music and then you got dance, and they're both expressions of the cosmic energies. So Rado also may be expressed in the concept of spiral development. This is in accordance with the traditional ideology of the cycles of existence, ever in circles but always rising or sinking toward a goal, the point. Reaching this goal is not an end, but a transformation and new beginning for another outward expansion. In popular tradition, it is a symbol for the Vedic court, and as such, it is a sign of the deep indigenous religious laws of the folk, having precedence over those of the civil authority. The key words are right action and order, cosmic cycling, law, religion, magic, ritual, rhythm, and journey. And the magical workings are strengthens ritual abilities and experience, access to inner advice, raises consciousness to right and natural processes, blending with personal and world rhythms, and obtaining justice according to right. And then we have Jera, the good year harvest. Wait, did I do that one? I swear I did it yesterday. Well, we're doing it again if we already did it. I think we did. Yeah, the holy marriage of heaven and earth, or the dynamic rotation of the summer-winter cycle. Clinical development, solar year cycle, reward, fruition, and eagle. Fertility, creativity, peace, harmony, enlightenment, realization of the cyclical nature of the multiverse, realization of the mystery of the omnipresent circumference, and bringing other concepts into material manifestation. Jera embodies the cyclical patterns of the universe expressed in the formula arising, being, becoming, passing away to new arising. This is a basic pattern working throughout the rune row. The J rune is one of the two central runes in the scheme of the Elder Futhark. I don't think I did this yesterday. I think I did this on a different reading yesterday, but not my video reading. And it defines the cyclical nature of the ever-becoming horizontal plane. It is the secret of the omnipresent circumference. The omnipresent circumference can be seen kind of like I said, the circular discs that we were ascending upon, transcending with. And then it mentions the horizontal plane, which can be seen as the source energy cord that we were rising up on. Interesting. This is the mystery of the 12-fold cycle of the yearly solar cycle. And then there's a 12-fold cycle. So, the cosmic wave, I remember when I first met my first twin flame soul brother, person who helped awaken me. That was 20 years ago, but that was a different cosmic cycle. I don't know where he is now, but I have a feeling that he ascended back then and I wasn't ready, and so that's why we split, because he did transcend to the next level, whereas I stayed in the 3D still learning. And then I felt another cycle, maybe it was like around 2012, a very strong cycle, but that time the two souls, I wouldn't really want to say a twin with him, but the two souls that were trying to merge at the time, both of us weren't awakened, because I fell in my pit and he also was just not awakened, and so both of us did not transcend. Both of us stayed in the 3D. And now this is the next cycle that just happened, and I don't know what to say about that for me, because this reading's about you. So maybe you transcended, maybe you didn't. Either way, most likely you both transcended in the spirit world, and so it's just a matter of time of coming together in the 3D world now. This is the mystery of the 12-fold cycle of the yearly solar cycle. Rado is the daily path and guiding force of the sun. Jera, her yearly path, and Sawilo, the archetypal sun herself. Jera is the reward for honorable right and lawful past action. This has no real moral implications. It is a natural law. If the sowing is done correctly according to tradition and luck is with you, then the reaping should be great. It is the fruition of efforts well spent toward a willed or instinctual goal. This is true and valid for the numinous as well as the phenomenological realms. The cosmic fertility aspect of this rune points to the Vanic god Freyr, who is invoked till Ars o Fridar, good for season, harvest, and peace. The Old Norse name provides us with the popular association of this rune with the eagle, a symbol of the swift flight of the archetypal sun. That's pretty cool. Did I read this? Fertility, creativity, peace, harmony, enlightenment, realization of cyclical nature of the multiverse, and realization of mystery of the omnipresent circumference, bringing other concepts into material manifestation. Wow. I just absolutely love runes. Don't you? Runes are awesome. They're so, deep. They really are. And they're just cool symbols and stuff. Whew, man, am I tired. So, I am just gonna pull my little cute little mini, look at my little mini. My mini Rider weights, because they're right here and I'm tired and they're right here. I'm not sure what we're just gonna know what is. Excuse me. What does the universe want us to know? About our twin soul journey, or twin flame journey, or indigo purpose. What does the universe want us to know about our divine purpose our twin flame path. Look at that. Wheel of Fortune, which is basically what we were just talking about, right? The cyclical nature of things. Everything, this is the disc that I was talking about. Everything is on a perfect cycle. Everything is doing what it needs to do. Good luck and abundance is on its way, as long as we just let the wheel turn. If you try and stop the wheel, then no, ain't gonna happen. Just let it flow and everything's gonna be all good. And we have Egyptian past life connections coming to us. Twin flame journey. We have studying and learning about spirituality. Always protected by our angels. They're always watching us and there for us. We're learning in every aspect. It is number 10. And this is a soul contract card. So what did you want to direct the Wheel of Fortune to, universe? What else did you want to tell us? What about the Wheel of Fortune? Just let things flow, but is there anything else we need to know? And then we have the Knight of Wands. So if we let our wheel continue to turn, that's when this guy's coming, or girl, the Knight of Wands. And this is a very intuitive person, male or female, but you know, depending on who's watching this, but typically it's a male. But if you're, you know, if we're speaking of twin flame connection and lovers and all that biz, this is your lover coming. So if you're a female, this will be a male. But you know, we don't know, because it could be either. This is the divine masculine basically, but it can flip flop. You know that, right? Okay. And we also have the Seven of Wands, which is, you know, kind of putting up a fight, but having the higher ground on it. So you're kind of surrounded by conflict right now, or maybe he is, but he's coming, but he's surrounded by conflict, and but has the higher end of the ground here. He's the one in charge, but just keeping his guard up and ready to, you know, keep fighting. That's what I think's happening here. So the wheel's turning for us, and we're not stopping it, we're letting it flow. And so because we're letting it circle out, then that's when our counterpart is going to start to come in. But we got to be a little patient, because he's going through this. He or she's going through this, trying to protect himself in order to be stable for you. And also, the thing is, don't worry, because he's strong. He or she's strong, and they have the upper ground. They're on the, you know, they're on the high end of things. It's just warding off or cutting off those last few things. Anything else you want? That's too much. Not sure. Ooh. Moon, secrets. Something's being hidden, but I feel like the divine masculine, or vice versa, but the divine masculine totally is aware of the energy cord and the transcendence and everything that was going on back in the meditation or whatever you want to call it. Divine masculine totally picks up on source energy and knows how to tap in, but is totally keeping it a secret for some reason. It's almost like he knows, but he just doesn't want to admit it because of the people around him. Because they don't know and they're not aware. And it's like he just keeps it inside, secretly inside, because he doesn't know how to express it because the people around him don't understand. They just like think it's stupid talk or whatever. So he's kind of learned to just hold it inside the walls. See, there's the walls, keeping it in, keeping all that inside, and then this is the connection to the source energy. But it's like a lobster, like snappy, snap, snap, you know. And then there's the dog and the coyote chattering at the moon. So that's like the people keeping him secretive because he doesn't want them to talk crap, you know what I mean? And this is very hard for him, emotionally speaking. Little bit of tears, man. Little bit of tears. And these are both soul contract here. Soul level. What do you say? Another card, or should we go into fairy? Fairy. No question about it. And bottom of the deck already. The fairy godmother, we love her. Still there. Okay, fairies, what do you want to tell us? He of the fiery sword, she of the crotch, unity, and the singer of connection. Wow. Those are all very intense. What is going on here, huh? He of the fiery sword and she of the crotch. That is divine masculine and divine feminine. They're like ready for each other. The sword and the crotch. Just saying. Unity and connection. She is the crotch. The receptive principle, nurturing and fertility. She of the crotch may indicate a form of pregnancy, a necessary time of nurturing and development. We need to be open to her overflowing grace. She may also indicate a need to allow her nurturing grace to flow through us to others in the form of unconditional love and giving and spiritual healing. She tells us of the need for unconditional receiving, of making the best of what we are offered. She also reminds us that unbounded love and grace is ours, just waiting to be accepted. The presence of this card in a reading radiates comfort and nurturing to the cards around it. He of the fiery sword. I'm really tired. The active principle, spiritual will, justice, protection. The presence of the fiery sword's master in a reading can indicate that there is clear and focused will and I'm sorry, I got really tired. Or he can tell us such will and strength is present in regard to the issue under consideration. We need to consider how he is expressing his will and strength and how that expression may be enhanced or improved. It is the singer's energy that enables us to burst the bonds of an outgrown way of being and move on to the next level. He indicates that this is a time to take action based on clear spiritual will. His presence indicates great strength and great potential for good. It also reminds us that if we call upon him, we will receive assistance. The presence of this card in a reading radiates strength and willpower to the cards around it. So it's saying to pray if you feel like you need it. Wow, I'm like really tired, huh? 1 and 6. I feel like I was like almost falling asleep right now. Union, mystical experience, and spiritual home. When this card comes up in a reading, it is asking us to remember the mystical concept that we are all one, unified in a holistic universe. It reminds us to look at the needs and goals we have in common with others and to seek cooperation and community action rather than attempting to do everything on our own. To achieve our goals, we need to be active cooperation of others. And to get the cooperation, we must be helpful to them and willing to work with their ideas as well as our own. It suggests that we think of things in terms of equal partnerships rather than in lines of hierarchical authority. Unity also tells us that we have much to gain by remembering our own wholeness. Resolution of inner conflict is often necessary before we move ahead. It is important at this time that we work together toward cooperation and reconciliation within and without. Seek the highest good of all involved, not merely your idea of highest good. Ask for divine energy of unity to permeate and guide you. And then the singer of connection. Remember, the singer cards are all about, the deep connections between people, soul contracts and stuff. Spiritual connection, karma, balance, and empathy. Through the power of the singer, all connections are made, held, and released as appropriate. In the reading, the singer indicates the connection of things, especially reconnecting those that have been sundered. It is unifying and reunifying. It tells us that we need to be aware of the connections between different aspects of the issue under discussion, as well as the connections between the people linked by it. We also may need to build more connections, a network of mutual support. The presence of the singer of connection in the reading indicates support and strength flowing through the connection between those involved. Woo-wee. Last but not least, we are going to pull some medicine, animal, spirit cards real quick before I fall asleep on us all. It's like really hitting me. And I did not go shopping for Christmas presents or anything like that. And tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I have some stuff, but as far as like splurging my money on stocking stuffer stuff, I did not do that. I think maybe my body's trying to prepare for it. Or I'm just tired. But it's what I say when I'm tired. I don't even realize what I'm saying. And then I hear myself later. I'm like, what? Did I really say that? Because I sure don't remember. Whoa, universe. That's a lot. Crocodile. Oh, that's my divine masculine. That is the divine masculine right there. Just kicking back. Ready to... He is just checking the divine feminine out. It's like, hey, baby. Hey, baby. Opportunity, risk, fertility, and life. So he's checking out his opportunity. Too tired to read anything else. And then we have the goat Caprice, mischief, sexuality, and fertility. Animal deities. Divinity, guidance, and wisdom. The jaguar. Wholeness, divinity, and rebirth. He's playing his music. He knows that's what he needs to do. Trance and stuff. It's jaguar. Just so tired, but I'm seeing the wheel right there. Angel guidance. Third eye. But also the union of the third eye. That's the third eye, but then there's also the third eye up here. So the divine masculine and divine feminine together. Right here, baby. Alright, guys. I'm really tired. So I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.